This meeting is being recorded.
Hi there, we're here to talk about DM Training Solutions, a case study by me, Riley Gilbert.
And Ruby Charway.
Jordan Wolfe.
Kloe Campbell.
And Sarah Harston.
Moving on to the first slide.
Now, before we dive too much in depth, you gotta get in a background of the team. By the guess of the class, the team is a virtual team. It's a cross-functional group made up of members by different international offices. It's designed to tackle specific project related to expanding DNM product offerings, especially in universities and colleges. The team operates across multiple geographic locations, leveraging digital communication tools to collaborate, making it the perfect example of a virtual team. Now, most teams, they have a team leader, and this team leader is Max. Surprisingly enough, he's only been with DNM for about 3 months, but is already recognized for their communication skills, critical thinking, and supportiveness. Now, with being team leader, Max has been selected to choose the other team members, and he chose office supervisors from various locations, including Dublin, Ireland, Seoul, South Korea, Stuttgart, Germany, and Barcelona, Spain. The specific roles and expertise of these team members are only mentioned as translation, marketing, technical and customer support, as well as product development, but they're more than likely also to bring diverse cultural perspectives as well.
Perfect. Thank you for that, Jordan. Thank you. So a little part 2 to this whole background. They did have some team goals. So the primary goal was to recommend a portfolio of online trading modules tailored for colleges and universities worldwide. But there were also some specific objectives, such as ensuring the modules are affordable. Got to have some that's affordable. Covering relevant and specific topics. Obviously, that one's you have to have it. And then provide training modules in multiple languages to cater to a diverse audience. Can't just have one language. What do you do for everybody else then? So there's that. And then there's the use of technology. So some communication tools. As a virtual team spread across multiple time zones, they'll be relying heavily on technology to collaborate, just as we are right now, even though we're not in different time zones. Although the case study doesn't specify which tools, we can assume that they'll be using standard virtual team tech like email, video conferencing, such as we are now with Zoom, Microsoft Teams, all those different platforms. And then other collaborative platforms and project management software to stay connected and on track with each other. Then there was some development tools, such as software for creating and enhancing online training modules, such as e-learning, authoring tools, Articulate, Adobe Captivate, etc. And that is it for our background.
Thank you, Riley. Sort of an analysis of virtual teams, different things that help them work well together, different team members work well together, is for relationships in virtual teams, having good communication, like basically having a routine in meetings where each person gets a turn to share their ideas. It could, like, whether they're going around in a circle or sharing ideas, just basically a predictable routine. And it could also help to start meetings with an icebreaker as well to enhance team members' relationships with each other. And having a sense of trust and having a safe environment where people can speak up and say their honest opinion, as long as it's nothing offensive or derogatory, and have a positive attitude while doing that. Basically, it would be the same rules as discussion boards in college. Having those kinds of environments in meetings promote good relationships among team members. And then effective conflict resolution, where basically just focusing on the problem at hand instead of one of the team members. You just focus on the problem and not zero in on a team member. And another important part of the analysis, of this first part of the analysis, is accountability. which is part of that is creating a safe environment for someone to be able to bring up a mistake that they made or a problem they noticed so they don't feel afraid of looking bad, which is basically just reinforcing good team behavior and humility amongst team members. And another part of accountability is keeping groups small and their team members' roles well defined to prevent social loafing, which social loafing is just when people decrease their effort because the team gets too large. And another important part of accountability is bringing up goals in team meetings to promote having a healthy locus of control, which is where the team member is actively making choices rather than leaving whatever happens up to fate. That is, yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. So part 2 included motivation, and we decided recognizing 2 to 3 successes at the end of each virtual meeting would increase motivation as people are getting good feedback for their ideas. Also involving every team member in decision making. Just inclusion makes motivation rise. Setting performance expectations that push the group to succeed. Setting high expectations increases motivation in order to meet those goals. And then for processes and purpose, establishing clear team goals and processes. We thought that creating a shared calendar to evaluate availability and time zones, since group members are geographically spread out, this would really help. Clarifying roles and responsibilities within the team would be really beneficial, as well as making guidelines for communication styles, such as taking turns during the meetings, or deciding who is going to speak so no one's interrupted and everyone feels heard.
Okay, thanks, Chloe. So now for the recommendations, as a way to enhance a team, we came up with 4 recommendations. So the first one being to encourage regular communication, because in order to build a team, communication is important and effective listening is also important. So you want to ensure that there is regular communication between team members, so that if there's any misunderstanding or there's any clarification, it is going to go out there very fast for people to know what they have to do, and also foster team cohesion. So that way the team is effective in their ways and the kind of channels that they have. And also define clear roles and expectations. In a group, you want to make sure that everyone knows what they are doing and what they are up to, the tasks that they need to complete, and then what expected of them to do. So it is good to have these clear roles and expectations so that they can say that, okay, after I'm done with this, is what I have to do. And as a team, it helps to build everyone, because whatever you put in helps the team to grow. Our third recommendation is to set short-term milestones to maintain motivation, and track progress. Breaking project into smaller tasks keep the team energized, in a sense that they don't feel overwhelmed by too many roles or too many things to do at the same time. So once they're able to achieve one, they're able to measure what they've done and then what they have to move on next to help the team grow. And then the last recommendation is use collaboration tools. So you can use tools like project management software and share document to ensure that everyone is on the same page. If there's a document that goes out there with all the things that a team needs to do, anyone can access it, know what is up to date, know what they have to do, and then know what they have to complete in due time. So that tracks the team's progress and then improves the team's efficiency.
All right. Well, thank you for that, Ruby. Just wanted to wrap everything up here for this case study presentation today. So first of all, we talked about background. We talked about the team type specifically, team membership, the goals, and technology. And then we talked about analysis, which included relationships, accountability, motivation, and processes and purpose. And then Ruby just gave us 4 great recommendations. And that is a wrap for today. Thank you so much for listening to our presentation.
Okay.